The views and opinions expressed by Pete Moxley and Poophead of the Week do not represent the views of the staff and DJs of 89X, WLNX FM. And now the poop quote of the day, brought to you by Hillary Clinton. In the Bible it says they asked Jesus how many times you should forgive, and he said 70 times 7. Well, I want you all to know that I'm keeping a chart. Tomorrow it will have been 1 year exactly, as my girlfriend Heather was making a double batch of spaghetti for a house filled with about 6 of my close relatives, that I made my radio debut and I introduced to Springer and Sasquatch and to you, the 89X audience, Poophead of the Week. There's no way John and Kate Gosselin will win Poophead of the Year in 3 weeks, though with the number of times I use the word whore in that tirade, they should win medals for abuse of responsible parenting and an eviction letter from the Netherlands. You'll get to hear the first Poophead as it was told ever so eloquently by me on April 9th, 2010, tomorrow night on Not Late Night Saturday. In more serious news, I hate politics. And for the lawmakers who are sitting in a meeting room inside congressional chambers in Washington trying to make a last-ditch effort to prevent the government from shutting down, y'all are just talking smoke and mirrors right now. I have deep sympathy for about 800,000 federal employees who will unfortunately be sent back home, and to those overseas fighting for the freedom we possess here in America who will not be paid as long as lawmakers keep yelling at one another and playing with fire near this fragile nuclear core we call an economic recovery. I also feel sympathy for those of you who are filing taxes right now, looking for big refunds from the government that will be delayed, because the focus of these meetings in Washington is not if money-hungry politicians will risk cutting their own spending and revenue for the sake of getting a little closer to compromise. If there's any beneficial reason for the government to shut down at midnight tonight, it is this. In the Obama administration and in this era of post-recession American politics, the phrase, "no good deed goes unpunished," seems to ring a bell. For every statistic about decreasing unemployment numbers and job growth, the president gets condemned for raising taxes on small businesses and legislation gets pushed to cut collective bargaining rights for workers' unions. For every debate about gun rights, states are pushing measures for college students to carry guns on campuses for the purpose of self-defense. Tell that to Gabrielle Giffords. You name the topic, and you're going to hear naysayers bring back that old tired rhetoric from 2008. Unfortunately, we're nearing 2012, and you'll still hear those same voices continue to bash the same socialist policies that got the U.S. out of a similar rut in the 1930s. Can't we all just get along? In the last 2 years, not so much. And it can only get worse in about 7.5 hours when the collective minds of we the people burst because of the disappointing results from the spending negotiations by you, the elected officials of the 112th United States Congress, Poopheads of the Week.